Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call that I had to take. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Last night I did a live on this channel. We had a good group of people, and I had decided earlier yesterday afternoon that I was going to discuss the month of June of 2013, which is a time in my life, and I say this in the live, that I play over and over and over like a movie all the time. I replay that month over and over and over for anything that I missed, just for anything. And last live, I mentioned first names. I did not mention last names, middle names, locations, nothing. Nothing. About an hour after the live was over last night, I received a copyright claim in my emails from YouTube. Now, I'm pretty sure that this person has no clue that when you submit a copyright claim on YouTube, that it does show the person who submitted that claim. So I do know who submitted the claim, and I know exactly who you are. Is it shocking? No. Am I falling out of my seat with disbelief? No. However, does it make your case look even more guilty? Yes. Since I started YouTube, well, not even YouTube, since I started social media, these people have been out against me. From the fucking beginning. When it comes to my nanny, I will shut all of your shit down. No one knew her like me. So the fact that you had the fucking nerve to get on my goddamn YouTube channel and submit a copyright strike over the truth, you are fucking disgusting. Oh my God. I am so goddamn mad. So I fought the copyright claim, and I won because you're an ignorant fucking bitch to think that you can file a copyright claim over the first name of someone. Bitch, how long? Number one, my subscribers are not like that. That's number one. Number two, the only fucking way that they could even find your fucking ass is on Facebook, which nobody fucking uses anymore. And if I ask my subscribers to stay out of shit, they do. I have an amazing following on my YouTube. And I will repeat this for the fuckers in the back. I will not be silenced. 5 words that you need to remember very clearly about me. I will not be silenced about anything. And the fact that you submitted a copyright claim for the discussion I had last night speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. So you should have received your email that your copyright claim was denied because you don't even know how the fuck to claim one. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And I contacted my lawyer this morning, and we will be finding out if my grandmother died over natural circumstances. And if she did not, I am taking it all the way. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I could give a fuck less. But I will continue to speak my truth on my platform that I work my ass off for, that nobody helped do. Especially you did not. Hey, Krista. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fucking serious. Not even fucking like 25 minutes after last night's goddamn live, I have a copyright strike. And I'm like, it will acclaim, whatever. They were trying to strike the video. And I'm like, oh, great, lovely. So-and-so must have seen the video. Ding, 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 jackpot. They did. They were in the live the whole night, which I knew that there was an extra person in there because everybody else was conversating in the comments. And there was one person the whole fucking time that wasn't making their presence known. That's why I kept saying, Claire, are you in here? Claire, are you in here? At the end, because there was somebody else in the live that wasn't speaking, and I didn't know if Claire was still watching. Well, I got a text from Claire because I texted her and I was like, hey, did you have to hop off the live? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so there is someone extra in this fucking live. Well, guess who it fucking was? Who I thought. What a big fucking shocker. The truth is being spoke and you just cannot stand it. And what a fucking idiot to think that they can literally submit a copyright claim. Are you fucking stupid, or are you stupid, or are you dumb? Are you okay? Do you even know what that means? For incriminating. Number one, my subscribers don't give a fuck about you. That's number one. They don't care. I'm not followed by a bunch of fucking babies. I'm followed by fucking grown people, okay? Who have a fucking life and who don't give a fuck about you. In the least. In the least. No one gives a fuck. I promise you. They were in that live for me. Spoiler alert. Good point, Krista. Well, they can't watch my lives anymore. Well, not under that username anyways, which is their actual like Gmail, like their Gmail profile. They can't watch underneath that one anymore. Unless they've created a new profile, which they probably will because they're sorry. And then they try to say, they like combat and come back and say that my subscribers found them on Facebook. Bitch, what a joke. And then to think that YouTube is not going to ask for proof of that. Like, where's the harassment? You couldn't provide it. You're so dumb. My subscribers do not give a fuck about you, bitch. They do not care. Are you kidding? Yeah, I can see my subscribers right now after the live. Must find them. Where are they? Yeah, right. They're grown-ass people. Half of us was drinking wine and taking shots on our couches at home. Hanging out, conversating. Because we're grown. We don't give a fuck about you. Please. I would say probably 90% of everyone who was on last night's live took their asses to bed after the live. Everybody shout out Krista for helping moderate this live. And I have the best fucking moderators who control my lives. Every time we have a private group chat where I'm going live, so if they want to hop on and help, they can. There was no weirdness last night up until the end. And at the end of the live, I knew that there was somebody on that live. They kept coming on and going off. It kept going, like jumping down a number and back up a number and down a number and up a number. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And so I messaged Claire who is my lead moderator. And I was like, hey, because she had to hop off because her husband came home. And then she hopped back on for a minute. And I'm like bouncing up and down, and I'm like, that's not normal. That's not normal for my lives. It's not. And so I text Claire, and I'm like, hey babe, did you have to jump off the live again? Just curious. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So yeah, there is someone creeping on my live. Sure enough, not even an hour after, I'm watching YouTube on my laptop in bed, and I see the email pop up. I didn't upload a YouTube short, so there wouldn't be a copyright claim for that. I know it's not a claim from the video that I uploaded, because I changed every fucking name in that, time frames and all, in the story times that's been uploaded. The past 2 story times, I've changed a lot of shit, because that's real fucking stories. That is like real shit. It's not no clickbait shit. No, like, that's a real true ass story. So I knew it wasn't from that. And even the people that I did talk about and change names, I even asked their permission and got all of their permission except for the main dealer, which honestly, fuck him. I don't give a fuck. So I knew it was from the live. I knew it. I had an instinct at the end of last night's live. I was like, someone is in here. And I was right. Your intuition is always fucking right. Always fucking right. I can always sense when there's a snake amongst the grass. And there was. Shocker. You know, it's just so fucking disheartening to put in all this goddamn work and have people who have claimed to have been your friend or family try to fuck it up. Like, what in the actual fuck is wrong with people? I swear to God, like, I have gotten closer with some of my subscribers than I have been with some people who claim to be my friends. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Honest to God. Is there a cure for the looseness with people anymore? I don't think so. But anyways, so that's the little rant I needed to get out. But I also wanted to talk about the fucking Ace family, which I even hate talking about. But so many of you guys have been emailing me wanting to know my thoughts on the fucking Ace family. Yeah, you can't fix stupid. And that's a big saying in the South. And you know what? People can say whatever they want about the South, but our fucking sayings are always so true. And one of them is, you can't fucking fix stupid. And that is so fucking real. But let's talk about the fucking Ace family. Literally makes me want to throw up. They uploaded a YouTube video yesterday, I guess, titled, "The Ace Family Will No Longer Be on YouTube." A lot of people thought it was clickbait. Apparently it's not clickbait. I don't really give a fuck about that. I think that they exploit the fuck out of their kids. Like, the thumbnail is literally them sitting there with their 3 children. It's disgusting. I don't like that shit at all. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong fucking way to like just plaster your kids all over especially with the image they have. You know, there's some people who vlog and stuff with their children. For example, Laura Clearly. I love her. She does it in a tasteful way, and when she's making jokes and she's doing grown people shit, she doesn't have her fucking kids in it. but she's helped a lot of moms when it comes to diagnosis of autism and things like that. There is a way to be on social media with your children, and then there's exploiting your children for money. I just want to see the receipts. Do these children have money set aside for their appearances in your fucking vlogs? I'm really curious on that. And what if your daughter, who you claim loves the camera, what if one day she says, I do not want to be on camera or on social media at all? Are you guys going to be cool with that? Because you all have made a lot of money off that little girl. Just facts. Just fucking facts. The problem I have is this fucking festival, or what the fuck ever tour they're doing. I had about 16 of you guys send me a screenshot of a tweet of the VIP pass, which has a lot of claims that you get with that VIP pass. And I'm very curious to know if this is another scam or not, allegedly, for my legal safety. All this is alleged. Ugh. Anyways, I'm very curious to know if all that's going to come through. Are you really, you and 4 people, going to get to go to his stupid next boxing match or what the fuck? Are you really going to get to take photos with the entire Ace family? That's the other thing. It says photo with the Ace family. So I'm assuming your children are going to be drug out for that shit, which meet and greets, fine. If you are an influencer or you're on social media, I would love to meet you guys. Like, meet and greets are part of it, to thank the people who support you. However, when you have kids involved, those meet and greets last forever. I've met Trisha Paytas and Gigi Gorgeous at a meet and greet. Y'all, that shit is intense. There's tons of people. Trisha Paytas's wasn't as bad because it was like managed, and she had like a mukbang with us all. And it was more of like a one-on-one type deal. It was a very intimate meet and greet, I should say. Gigi Gorgeous's was a lot different. Only because I met her, it wasn't really even a meet and greet. Honestly, when I met Gigi, she came to Knoxville years ago for the Color Me Rad, and I had seen her tweeting about it, and I went to Color Me Rad to meet Gigi. And I did. But like, if you watch influencers and their meet and greets, especially large influencers such as the Ace family, their meet and greets are chaotic. They're intense. Definitely not a place where you want, because you're there for hours and hours and hours. You're promising to meet and greet all of these people who buy this VIP pass. So you're telling me that you're going to have your young children out there, because you're promising everybody who purchases this fucking $500 ticket, which I haven't even gotten to yet, but you're promising all these people who purchase that pass that they're going to get to meet you, your spouse, and your children, the Ace family. So you're telling me that you're going to drag your kids out there and have them sit out there for all that time to meet all those people? Because you know it's going to be a lot of people. That's my main issue with all of it. These VIP passes. You're telling me you're going to have your fans pay $500? Like, whatever, if that's what you want your price to be. I mean, back and forth from 2 to 3 people. Thank you, Krista, for letting me know that. I have an issue with that. Kids should not have to sit through that shit. I mean, am I wrong? I don't feel like I'm wrong. I mean, I think about my nephews and my nieces. Like, if I drug them to a meet and greet and made them meet my people, it probably wouldn't be that big of a thing because I don't have that many people following me. But when you have millions and millions and millions and millions of people who follow you, and let's just say 1,000 people show up to that meet and greet, which you know it's going to be more. But let's just say 1,000, just for shits and gigs. That's still a lot of people. It is a meet and greet, meaning that you are going to greet each individual person, which typically at meet and greets, they have it like cut down to where you can only spend like a minute or two with them. Like, you don't, that's why I really like Trisha Paytas's meet and greet, because it was more intimate. Like, we sat and we mukbanged together. It was very intimate that way. We had McDonald's and we were able to ask questions, and it was so nice, and she was so kind. Like, I will always fuck with her. She is a real person, like an actual real person. Yeah, I don't think kids should be part of that equation. And I even done some digging on other family vloggers who have done meet and greets, or who have went to like Playlist, or, you know, anything. And they don't, a lot of them don't take their kids. And if for some reason they have to, because they're their children, they go where they go, usually they have either a family member or someone watching the child while they do the meet and greet. Because there's some people who are influencers who you just so happen to see the kids. I'm just saying that they should at least be to an age of some type of maturity to where they can make the call of, I want to stand here at this meet and greet, and I want to meet these thousands and thousands and thousands of people, which is not the ages that they are. What, their daughter's like, what, 6? Like, they're going to do whatever they think makes you happy. They know that being on camera makes you happy, so they are going to want to do that. However, they're children. They don't understand the gravity of what they're agreeing to. They're agreeing to stand for hours. I mean, for example, let's look at Gabby DiMartino. She went to Paris and did a meet and greet with Too Faced. Her mother, her boyfriend, and her photographer went with her on that trip. And her mother started to panic because of all the people and all the time. Gabby ended up staying like 12 hours to try to meet everybody and still couldn't meet everyone. And that's Gabby DiMartino. Not saying she doesn't have a lot of fans. I think she has like 4 or 5 million. But like, that's equivalent to like what the A family's probably going to have. And you're going to make your kids stand through that? Like, what the fuck? And, you know, big groups like that, you know, people like just on their own driving down the road or grocery shopping is not chaotic. But when you get thousands and thousands and thousands of people with emotions high, they're meeting someone that they look up to or they inspire to be, or, you know, they fuck with, emotions get really high. Things get really hectic. It gets really chaotic. It's not a place where you put a child, especially 3 children. Like, how is that going to be managed? Who all's going to be there? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I am not talking down on influencers who have children and post their children. Of course they're going to post their children. They love their children. But there is a tasteful way to do it. Shannon Rose is a good example of that. Desi Perkins is a good example of that. Laura Lee is a good example of that. Laura Cleary is a good example of that. There are good, tasteful ways to present your children to the public, and then there's not. And I think that most people would agree that the way the Ace family have portrayed themselves on the internet, I think that it's very distasteful and just not with the shits to post your kids and to put them through this shit and have them stand through a fucking meet and greet. And not to even mention what you're having your fans pay to meet your ass. All of the fucking allegedly scams and shit that you've done already, like with the basketball games and all that shit. And now you've got a meet and greet that's $500 fucking dollars. Are you fucking joking me? A VIP pass for the Ace Family Fest or what the fuck ever. The Ace Fest or whatever. The risk of COVID for those kids. I know. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? James Charles was supposed to have, like, he was supposed to go on tour. Whatever these tours. The tours really are, if the YouTuber has done music, then they do perform music, like Trisha Paytas did perform music. But a lot of Trisha Paytas's was more like stand-up type deal. She more just went with the flow, which was fun. I guess James Charles was supposed to perform, and I would say if James Charles had done his tour, it would have been more of a meet and greet, because he has, like, you know, across all platforms, I think he's close to, like, probably over 100 million followers across all platforms. So his would have probably been insane. But there's not a child in that equation. It's James Charles. And of course, he canceled his. That's a whole other can of beans. But I just don't understand where these influencers come up with these costs. I mean, do the math on that. They have millions of followers across, and you have to remember, you have to add up their following across all platforms. So we're talking Snapchat, we're talking Instagram, we're talking YouTube, we're talking Twitter, we're talking TikTok, all the shits. I don't know if they have a Patreon, but I'm sure they fucking do. All the channels they have on YouTube, which they have several accounts on Instagram. Hell, even their daughter is verified on Instagram. She has her own Instagram, and it's fucking verified, bitch. All of those fans. Let's just say, for shits and gigs, that only 1,000 people purchased that VIP pass, which you know good and goddamn well it's going to be more. Multiply that by $500 fucking dollars. And that's just the VIP ticket. We're not even talking like GA or whatever else they have. I don't know what the fucking passes are. The only one I seen that was being retweeted all over Twitter and was trending on Twitter was the $500 VIP pass for the Ace Fest or whatever the fuck it's called. They're a fucking joke. They are a fucking joke. I just cannot. They are just so disrespectful. They have absolutely no idea what the value of a fucking dollar is. They take advantage of their fans in a in-your-face kind of way, meaning that I honestly and truly do not think that they care. Because anytime that Catherine and Austin have come onto social media to, well, in their way, apologize, it's always been a, well, you should have. It's very Gabby Hanna, manage your expectations. It's very much that vibe. And like, anytime you guys ask my opinion on them, it's always very much the same. I do not support, I've never supported them. I've never watched videos. I've seen clips from like tea channels of, like, for example, the real vlog that Catherine claimed that they meant to keep a clip in. But you can just tell that they didn't edit it out. Of Austin being like, I didn't want to fucking film. I look like shit. Look at my hair. And then she like tweets out, this is just real. This is just being real. And then they're very much like, hey, Ace family. Like, what the fuck? And like the countdown, and the kids knew the countdown. Like, that shit is fucking pitiful. If you haven't seen that, go look up on YouTube. Ace Family, look up, what did I look up to get that clip? Ace Family Kids Countdown to Start vlog. Look that shit up and watch it. It is the most sickening, pitiful shit I've ever seen. Yet somehow, millions and millions of people, and you know what that is? You know why it is millions of people enjoy watching them? Because people enjoy chaos. People enjoy watching chaos. People also like to feel like they have their shit together. And so if you watch people who don't have their shit together, it makes you feel a little bit better about how maybe you don't have your shit all the way together. And you're like, damn, well, at least I'm not like that. I might have this, this, and this going on, but at least I ain't like that. So yeah, that's my opinion on the Ace Family. Gagadocious. Like, seriously. I'm bored over it. Let's talk about Gabby Hanna for a minute. Because, well, I want to talk about Gabby Hanna, and I also want to talk about Shane Dawson. I haven't watched his newest conspiracy theory video. I need to, because a lot of you guys are wanting my opinion on that. So we'll talk a little bit more about Shane Dawson later. But as most of you guys know, Gabby Hanna deleted every video off of her YouTube channel. All her story times, that entire series, documentary series she had, all of those videos are gone. A lot, you can still see all of them. They're all basically re-uploaded onto YouTube. And she's made like a art type channel, and she's focusing on music. Like if you go on her Instagram, I believe it still says, did you see the video with yes. And you know, now they're not doing that podcast, apparently. Because Farrah got into some hot water. I don't know exactly what happened, but Farrah got into some hot water. And so then all of a sudden the podcast never came to be. I think it was a very weird duo, but I will be honest and say, I do think it would have been a good podcast. I do think it would have been an entertaining podcast. Speaking of podcasts, Tana Mojo came back with her podcast. I'm very curious to know what happened. I think something legal must have happened for them to not be, they weren't able to comment it or nothing. Guys, oh my God. There is a fucking tow truck in front of me that is blowing out black smoke. He's hot, like his motor's literally about to blow, I'm sure. And he's hauling a fucking truck that is halfway hanging off the tow truck. Like it's on sideways, and the ass end of the truck is literally like holding for dear life. I need to get around him, but I really don't want to do that on a curve. But this motherfucker is like, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's his truck literally about to blow. And it's steam. Like he's still trying to, like swerving all over the road. Like, I don't know what in the, I'm in Tennessee. Neither of them either, because of how outlandish both Farrah and Gabby are. I do think that podcast would have killed it. I mean, just being honest. Like I said, I'm not a fan of either of them, but just because of how chaotic and the wild shit that they say and do, you know, the podcast would have been very entertaining. But I am curious as to why Tana Mojo couldn't post on her podcast. I'm curious to know what happened with that. I wonder if she just got bored with it, because Tana's very much like that. She's very much like, if she's not in the mood for it, she doesn't do it. Just like with her video, she's always like, I've got 1,000 vlogs and they're coming to you, and then you don't get a video for like 4 months. Like, it's crazy. But that's just very much, damn, I could have went around right then, but now there's a car coming. That smell. I'm going through Banjo Country, guys, so I'm probably going to end up losing reception. I'm in Bean Station, Tennessee. Literally passing the welcome sign right now. I am in Banjo Country. Not as Banjo Country as my best friend's town. She's a little bit further she's on the other side. But still, yeah, this is still Banjo Country. Now I can't get around him because we're about to go over the lake. We're also going a swift 40 miles an hour highway. That's 55. Shoo, it stinks. It smells like a burnt motor. That's what it smells like a burnt ass motor. It honestly his truck sounds like a lawnmower. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. That sound. He's most definitely burning oil. 1,000%. And he's hauling a fucking truck that's not even locked in. Alright, here we go. Let's get around this fucker. See if you guys can like see maybe through the back window here in a second. You can kind of see him. Like, what the hell, bro? That truck is literally gonna fall off. Dear God. Yeah, getting around that guy. Don't feel like having a little Ford Ranger fall on my car today. But I'm excited for tomorrow. My nephew's on spring break. So tonight the live will be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be doing it at my mom's. Next week, like I said, is Hayden's spring break. So he wants me to go to Dollywood with him tomorrow. I think my niece is going to go to Jaden. I think there's a vlog with Jaden in it. She might have been in that vlog. I know Hayden was. So we're going to Dollywood tomorrow, and I'm going to vlog it because a lot of you guys have really wanted to see Dollywood. A lot of you haven't been there before and want to see what it is. If you don't know what Dollywood is, it is Dolly Parton's theme park. It is huge. It's been there since the 80s. It used to be called something else back in the early 80s. I can't think, or in the late 70s, early 80s. I can't freaking think of what it was, but Dolly Parton bought it out in like 86, 85 or 86. She turned it into Dollywood. It is a huge, 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 huge theme park. She also has a water park next door called Splash Country. And if you live up here, you get discounts on season passes. So my mom always gets us passes, and that's what Hayden wants to do tomorrow. So we're going to Dollywood. I'm very excited. I'm going to do a vlog. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like inside of the park. I'm going to show you guys the restaurants. There's also a lot of Dolly stuff there. There's a Dolly like little museum, and it has her tour bus and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to take you guys on that. Also, this is home to 2 story times. One has already been told, another is still coming, but the resort attendant that followed me and my friend around the day we went to Dollywood, I'm going to show you guys where that happened. I'm going to show you guys the train, all the things. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys will get that not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. You guys will get that. This coming Tuesday is a sponsored video by iMethod Beauty. I'm going to have a coupon code for you guys. Dollar City, Silver Dollar City. Yes. Yes, Krista. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I was about to say Sand Dollar, and I was like, that's not right. Silver Dollar City. Yes, that's what it used to be called. I have a mug that my nanny had. My nanny collected Dollywood mugs, and before that it was Silver Dollar City, and she had a mug from Silver Dollar City, and I still have it. But yeah, Dolly Parton comes out with a new mug every year for Dollywood, and my nanny collected them through her whole life. But there's also shows at Dollywood. There's a shit ton of rides, really good food, like really good food. If you ever go, you have to get the turkey legs. They are bitch fire. The Back Porch Restaurant is my favorite restaurant if you go and you want like restaurant style food, but I'll show you all that. We're going to do a full ass tour of Dollywood. I'm going to show you guys every section, every ride. I'm going to show you guys the inside scoop of only what inside people who actually live here know, like places that you can park for free and ride a trolley for $1. I'm going to show you guys where you can park if you want to do that. I'm going to give you guys the inside scoop on it all, and we're going to go to so yeah, if you guys want that, well, I'm doing that vlog because you guys already voted for it on Instagram. But that vlog will come not this coming Tuesday, but the next. And this Tuesday, I have a sponsored video with iMethod Beauty. Yeah, it's going to keep freezing, you guys, because I'm in, like I said, I'm in banjo country. So it's probably going to continue to freeze. But I am pulling on my mom's road right now. We are in Mooresburg, Tennessee. Mooresburg. Grab your fiddle. We're at Danny's garage. That's when you know you're at my mama's. When you see Danny's garage, you've made it. All right, you guys. I love you all. Thank you all for riding with me up here. Y'all literally rode the whole way with me. Thank you all so much. I love you. I'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got some fun things. You all are going to have a great time. I love you all so fucking much. You have no idea. Bye. Again, shout out Krista. Thank you, Krista, for moderating today's live.